Welcome back to Frostpunk, the Fall of Winterhome. So in the last episode we managed to send off all the coal that was necessary to fuel the dreadnought, which means that we can actually launch this thing now, but of course we won't do that. I am hoping that by leaving the people that we left in the storm shelter that I might be able to trigger a special event. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. It's, as far as I have been able to tell, it's a 50-50 chance whether or not it happens. So we will do our very best at trying to send the maximum amount of people, food, and steel, and everything we need out to the dreadnought before we eventually end the level. And hopefully we will be able to do just that. So how's the temperature map looking? I think we're running on a maybe too high level of steam here. Yeah, we are. Plenty of coal income. Excellent. I think it's time to start cleaning up some streets here. Because there are lots of streets that we don't need anymore. The ones out there, we should probably keep those. Same with these. Don't know how necessary that one is, but actually, to make this look more... No, I have a shrine here. We still have... I just need to check this. Let's make 10 more prostheses. Can I send those final 6 children? As in, have they received their prostheses yet? No. That's strange. We can also research the coal mining rationalization. And then we have 3 in storage. Don't know when they actually receive these prostheses, but we can also tear down houses. We have 61, 13 of them in care houses. That means I can tear down 4 houses, I believe. Because if I do this, we get homeless, yes. So 1 more transport and we should be good. We are full on food rations again. We have about 4 days left. Getting very close to the point where I can actually dismantle all food production altogether. We still need 1200 rations out there though. I can change this one to food rations. coal mining rationalization has been researched. Then the final thing that I want to research then, and I believe that's the last research we're going to do, is the generator efficiency. Turn off the heater in there now. $10 for the train. 6 available. That is all the children. Nighttime procession is starting. We can pass a new law. We can either do the Protector of the Truth, which means that we can greatly reduce discontent, or we can do Righteous Denunciation. I will do the Protector of the Truth, so that I can do more of the overtime. He is the voice of truth. He will save us by the good graces of the God Emperor. That one can be torn down. And I'm guessing the reactor will break down again soon. Also time to start tearing down some of these. We have plenty of coal. Speaking of which, major generator malfunction. Sir, a serious fault has shut down the generator and caused the stress to start rising again. The mood among our people is verging on panic. Many talk openly about leaving their posts and making for the dreadnought. The damage will be even harder to fix. Even though the repair station was adequately staffed, the repairs may take us some time. So hope falls greatly. You have to fix the generator before it blows up from rising stress. Do this. We have coal for about 24 days, but I don't want to trust that until I've seen the actual usage. So these guys are producing prosthetics at great pace. When the generator is repaired now, I think that these zones will be even smaller, which is not going to be ideal for me. And that is why I made sure that certain buildings were as close to these steam hubs as possible. So we're probably going to tear down this House of Healing and these Hunter's Hangars, and I'm also trying to figure out which of these that I want to tear down. If I change this one to food rations, and I can tear down that one. Wood. I need that, actually. Change this one to food rations as well. Then I can tear down that one. And the music is getting pretty somber by now. Do that. The evacuation transport has reached the dreadnought. Fine. Let's just tear down these then. So we have 6 children. I also think we can tear down that one and that one, which means we can send 15 engineers and 29 workers. Save the children, success. You sent all the children to the dreadnought. Hope rises. Perfect. And I don't think I wanted to tear that one down just yet. All the children are safe. Sir, all the children have been evacuated to the Dreadnought. People are relieved to know that the kids are safe and everyone has put themselves to work with greater determination. Work efficiency rises by 10%, and I'm glad to hear it. Now, 28 vacant beds in care houses. We can tear that one down. And we have 51, so I can tear down 4 houses. 1, 2, 3, 4. And boom. The generator is operational. The generator repairs are complete. You can turn it on safely. Unfortunately, its performance is drastically reduced. All our heat zones will be colder by 1 level and smaller by a further 10%. The next breakdown will be more difficult to repair and will have more severe consequences. Heating level reduced by 1, heat zone range reduced by a further 10% to a minus 20% total. Now we need to put this up to level 3, and as soon as it's up there I need to see. Because I'm pretty sure I have buildings now that I need to deal with. These two, all of these are good. This is good as well. Surprisingly enough, everything is actually good. Huh. Seems I've done a decent job at choosing what to tear down. About 5 days. Overtime. Captain's words can be done, but I don't have any particular need to do overtime at the moment. We have 6 days of coal, so we can tear down that one. And we have 5 hunters' huts left. It's gonna get colder again in one of these 2 days. I think it's time to tear this one down. And generator efficiency upgrade 2 has been researched, and I don't think there is anything left that we need to research. Nothing here. Nothing here. And nothing here. So we are done. Tear down that one. And that one, and I believe that is all the workshops. Yes. Now we're going to have to deal with that one blinking blue every now and again, but that's fine.
Time to rest. Remember those
5 homeless.
in your prayers.
Why are we getting homeless? I can't have people who are homeless. There's somewhere I can build a house. Yeah, there. We have 12 prostheses lying around. And I think we can tear down the factory as well. Why are we getting homeless people? Doesn't even make sense to me. These will be torn down as soon as we're done collecting the stuff on the ground there. Can do a sermon. Now we have plenty of steel that we can send off. And that's all we need in terms of food as well. That is excellent. The evacuation transport has reached the Dreadnought. Change this to steel. It's getting colder. We need to move up to steam level 4. 1100. 15. 15. I think we can tear down this one. Which gives us another 10. And I want to have another 10 to send there. We have 4 people being treated. They are not in there, so we can take that one down, which gives us enough people, and off you go. We can pass another law. So we'll pass the Righteous Denunciation Law.
Hear me. New law.
Now, this one we'll change back to coal. This one we can do emergency shift on. Now I need to pause because I think I need to move things around a little bit here. This cookhouse is not strictly necessary. If I take a steam hub and build there, I don't want 2 steam hubs for those 2. Let's build one there. This one we still need. So I'm building a steam hub there. Would that give us room for another cookhouse somewhere here? Sadly, no. This would be close enough. If I build 2 cookhouses over there, sacrifice. Sir, a group of engineers is here to talk to you about staying behind. We know that there aren't enough cabins for all of us aboard the Dreadnought. That is why we are volunteering to stay here. We will do what we can to keep the generator running as long as possible. Your sacrifice will never be forgotten. Engineer's efficiency will rise by 10%. That's not bad. Dismantle that now. Now we can also... This one should cover all of them. Excellent. So we can dismantle both of these. A pragmatic approach. Sir, some engineers are here to see you. They want to talk about their evacuations. Without our skills, there is no chance of the expedition succeeding, but only a few of us has been sent to the dreadnought so far. To increase the chances of us reaching somewhere habitable, we should be evacuated as soon as possible. I will send some of you. And yes, I can understand why people get upset by that. But they do have a point. We do need engineers on that dreadnought. Not much left of the city. No gatherable resources in range. Excellent. Come on, I need to do emergency shift here. This one can also be torn down, and that one can be torn down. 6 days left of coal. There we go. And do a nighttime procession. We can also do a ceremonial service. Is there anything else I want to do emergency shift on? Or no, not really. How many beds do we have vacant? We have the care house and 5 buildings, so we can tear down the care house, tear down that house. Tear down that house. And tear down that house. That house. Also start cleaning up some roads. Guess we can move this hunter's hangars further in. If we clean up the roads in here. Should be room for another hangar here. Can build one there as well. I'll just tear it down again if I don't need it. That really wasn't necessary. Okay, so I have said that I will send away 25 engineers. Where are those engineers? Get some supplies recovered. We have 3 days left to send 25 engineers. And we have about 6 days of coal left, but now we can go down 1 steam level. Which means we have 8 days of coal left. So I think we have enough coal left for the entirety of the operation. As soon as that shift is over, we will completely turn off the coal mining. Let's tear down these. Take 4 people out of there, which means we have 46. I can take out 3 engineers from here. Do that. Oh, that didn't work. Need to pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now cabins, we want to send off steam cores. As much metal as possible. Just send off that transport. Can also clear out that road. That road. We have about 6 days left of food rations, and I think we've sent... Yep, we have. That means we can tear down all of these things, because we are not going to stay here for that many days. Hour shift. We have 8 days of coal. We can keep it running until the transport is back. And I think that we will end the episode here with this little tiny city. And the next one should be the final episode, I think. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next and final episode of the Fall of Winterhome scenario.